And what you got to say?
Uh, we're really behind our colleagues in the EU, the UK, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, when it comes to online consumer privacy and having a way for consumers to protect that name, image, voice,
Mm.
having a way for them to protect their data, their rights, so that AI is not trained on their data. So, talk for just a minute about how we keep our position as a global.
If only I could smack the next motherfucker that says train. Please stop saying train. They're programmed. They're metal machines. They're objects. They're things. They're not humans. You train a human to go to work. You train an athlete for sports. You train a dog to do tricks. You don't train a robot.
Leader in generative AI and at the same time protect consumer privacy? Would a federal privacy standard help? What are your recommendations there?
I think there needs to be absolutely a requirement to disclose if the system is harvesting the data from individual conversations. And my guess is that immediately people would stop using a system that says, I am taking your conversation, I am folding it into the next version of the model, and anyone in the country can basically listen in on this conversation because they're going to be asking questions
Let me
about
ask
what I
you
did.
this. Do you think the industry is mature enough to self regulate?
No.
Not. So, therefore, it is going to be necessary for us to mandate a structure.
Yes, I think there is certainly a change of heart at OpenAI. Initially, they were harvesting the data produced by individual conversations. And then more recently, they said, we're going to stop doing that. And clearly, if you're in a company, and even not considering personal conversations, just in a company and you want the system to help you with some internal operation, you're going to be divulging company proprietary information to the chatbot to get it to give you the answers you want. And if that information is then available to your competitors by simply asking ChatGPT what's going on over in that company, this would be terrible. So having a clear definition of what it is, there's a technical term, oblivious, right? Which basically says whatever we talk about, I am going to forget completely, right? That's a guarantee that systems should offer. I actually believe that browsers and any other device that interacts with individuals should offer that as a formal guarantee. Let me also make the point about enforcement, which I think Senator Hawley mentioned at the beginning, a right of action. But for example, we have a federal do not call list. So as I understand it, it's a federal crime for a company to do robocalls to people who are on the federal do not call list. My estimate is that there are hundreds of billions or possibly $1 trillion federal crimes happening every year.
Every day. Yes. So
and we're not really enforcing anything.
Right. So you would say existing law is not sufficient for AI.
Correct. And existing enforcement patterns.
Yes.
As well.
Let me move on. In
Blessings, Miss April Showers. Blessings. How you doing today?
Tennessee, AI is important. Our auto industry uses so many AI applications, and we followed this issue for quite a period of time. Because of the auto industry, because of the healthcare industry and the healthcare technology industry that is headquartered in Nashville. And of course, predictive diagnosis, disease analysis, research, pharmaceutical research benefits tremendously from AI. And then you look at the entertainment.
Hey, I have a question, right? Y'all the one that do the research, the analytics, and all that stuff, right? The statistics. I can't say that word right, so don't judge a shorty. But are you the one that keeps striking me and keeps saying I do medical misinformation on YouTube? Or is it somebody like you that works for YouTube? I'm sorry. That thought just came across. I've been thinking about it since you said what you said. a minute ago. Are you the one striking me, or is it someone like you that works for YouTube? Because I be talking about CPS half the time. I stopped talking about the, you know what, the JAB. There's no reason why y'all should be, telling me I'm giving medical misinformation on my videos that have to do with CPS. I'm kind of curious, but back on topic. I just want to know if y'all ever come across my video. Can y'all answer my question, please?
Entertainment industry and the voice cloning, and you look at what our entertainers, our songwriters, our artists, our authors, our publishers, our TV actors, our TV producers are facing with AI, and to them, it is an absolute way that they're robbing them of their ability to make a living off of their creative work. So our creative community has a different set of issues. Martina McBride, who is no stranger to country music, went into Spotify, and the playlists are a big thing. Building your own playlist. So she was going to build a country music playlist out of Spotify. She had to refresh that 13 times before a song by a female artist came up. 13 times. So you look at the power of AI to shape what people are hearing. And in Nashville, we like to say you can go on Lower Broad, you can go to one of the honky tonks, your band can have a great night, you can be discovered in YouTube.
Yeah.
Could end up with a record deal. But if you've got these algorithmically AI generated playlists that cut out new artists or females or certain sounds, then you are limiting someone's potential.
Okay, I get you. I understand you. But let's take a commercial break real quick, right? And guys, guess what? It's Leo season, y'all. I've been all month since the month started celebrating Leo season. Commercial break right now. Let me put a song that I dedicated to my brother and to me. His birthday was August 4th. Mine is August 19th. Shout out to all the Leos, y'all. Shout out to all the Leos. It's Leo season. Let me put this song on. It's one of my favorites. Let's take a little quick commercial break real quick. I haven't done this in a while, but I'm gonna edit this out. I have to. But let's take a little quick break real quick and play this song. Oh snap. Happy birthday, Miss April. Happy birthday. Shout out to all the Leos, yo. I'm a comments Leo, so y'all not really gonna see me, so unless you got me with a couple drinks. I don't see Jack Daniel nowhere. Where that nigga at? Jack, I need you, and I need Mary Jane. Where Jack at? Nah, it's not the 19th yet, but shit. I celebrated on my brother's birthday, and I think I got to celebrate from my old head. She's a Leo. She raised me, yo. She was one of the ones that was like, come here. She really pulled, yo. She was the one. She was the one, yo. She had my ass like, hold on 1 second, commercial break. Then I'm gonna get back onto the chat. Let me play this song. And y'all, if y'all know me, y'all know who it is. I love her, like motivation. Y'all know me, y'all know who I'm playing. But shout out to all the Leos. And listen, happy birthday to anybody. Doesn't matter what day of this month it lands on, it ends on the 21st. It started on July. At the end of July, middle of July, I think it was. Commercial break. Killing her shit. Dej Love is that shit. Shout out to all the Leos. Happy birthday to all the Leos that had a birthday from the beginning of Leo season. Shout out to all of y'all. Like, when I do my little birthday, I'm just gonna, be chilling, get my brother's name tatted right here underneath my sister. Like, and I'm gonna get the Leo paw prints. Like, as y'all can see, wait, I got the Pisces right here, right? I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm not trying to show too much. So I got the Pisces, so it kind of goes a little down, so I can't put my shirt more down. And it goes right there. So around all this right here, going down like this, I'm going to try to get some Leo paw prints right around there, right with my brother's name on it. So I'm going to do this whole sleeve right here. I'm going to get this whole drawing done, all of it. And if y'all can see, I also got the drawing back here. Little John. So I'm about to have a little, I'm gonna see if I get somebody to do the tattoos, and we do just a little tattoo, John. Just take shots, smoke, fall back, relax, bring back memories, good memories, and forget about the bad ones and just enjoy it, like as you should. Like, I don't like parties, I don't like clubbing, I don't go to bars. I like being in my own house, relaxing, falling back. I'm not that partying type of chick. I'm a stay-at-home person. So shout out to all the Leos out there, and I hope that y'all enjoy y'all birthdays. I hope y'all continue to enjoy y'all birthdays. For the Leos, all the way up to the 21st of August, because that's when it ends. Shout out. And now, back on topic. Let's get back on topic, y'all. So I had to take a little break there. I haven't done that in a while, so I will edit that out. Shout out to all the Leos. Once again, shout out. Leo season, y'all. Hey, you gonna make me reload the page? Damn. Took a commercial break and now they're gonna make me. No, don't do that. Yep, it's gonna make me reload. What number? What's the timestamp? 110. I didn't want to reload. It's okay though. Timestamp 110. Oh, why you do this to me? I didn't want to reload. Damn. But since we're getting back on topic, guys, I do have a poll there for those of y'all that wish to, take y'all vote. Do y'all believe that we should wait this out, that we should take action, or wait for the government? Let y'all Shorty know what y'all think and how y'all feel. For those of y'all catching the replay, please leave y'all comments. And like I say, y'all comments do help a Shorty out. We're not here to judge. We're here to bring awareness. We're here to bring the news. That was at 110. So let's leave it at 109.
So having a clear definition of what it is, there's a technical term, oblivious, right? Which basically says whatever we talk about, I am going to forget completely, right? That's a guarantee that systems should offer. I actually believe that browsers and any other device that interacts with individuals should offer that as a formal guarantee. Let me also make the point about enforcement, which I think Senator Hawley mentioned at the beginning, a right of action. But for example, we have a federal do not call list. So as I understand it, it's a federal crime for a company to do robocalls to people who are on the federal do not call list. My estimate is that there are hundreds of billions or possibly 1 trillion federal crimes happening every year.
Every day. Yeah, so
and we're not really enforcing anything.
Right. So you would say existing law is not sufficient for AI.
Correct. And existing enforcement patterns.
Yes,
as well.
Let me move on. In Tennessee, AI is important. Our auto industry uses so many AI applications, and we followed this issue for quite a period of time.
And I said that before. I feel as though that artificial intelligence do benefit mankind in certain, how can I say it, in certain things, like I'm gonna say medical field. I believe it will benefit the medical field. I believe that, but then it's kind of scary too, because y'all see how they play around with us when it comes to the medical field and much more. So I'm kind of skeptical about that. But I feel as though that if they use it right, it will benefit the medical field. We already use it and it benefits us when it comes to making beats or music, changing our voices and stuff like that when it comes to the music. Like I did a whole song. I do poems behind beats, right? And I know I did one and I got real good at it. And it was one that, I dedicated to my mom and all the moms out there that, don't pay attention to their kids or listen to their kids. They could be good moms, like, but their intention isn't to hurt their kids, but y'all not, how can I say it? They're not y'all first priority. So things happen and y'all let it happen because I don't know what the reason is, but your kids end up suffering. And I did real good on that poem. And everybody says, like, yo, Ray, you should rap it out because all you got to do is work on your breathing. I tell everybody, I'm not a rapper. That's not what I want to do. I just want to express what I want to express behind these poems and put them out there. I put a beat on it because, to be honest with y'all, when I'm writing and I'm listening to a beat, it kind of adds a little extra, like, it's weird, but I could add more to my poems with the beat. Weird as shit, but yes, I could do it. Yes, I could write lyrics. The only problem that I got to work on my run-on sentences because I end up putting periods and apostrophes in the wrong places. I don't know why I still do it, but I still do it. But other than that, I'm real good at writing poems and stuff like that, which I got to get back to. But right now, I'm trying to get real good on my feet before I can sit down and get comfortable. I'm trying to start my own business. I want my daughter to be homeschooled, but right now she's going to be in a charter school until I'm able to homeschool her again because I'm up and down. And when you homeschool a child, I want to tell a lot of parents, you can't sit here and pull them out of school just to sit them there at home and you're not teaching them. You have to dedicate that time to them. You might as well say you're letting robots teach them because you got the smart TVs. You're letting the music raise them. You're letting, bloggers raise them, the influencers on the streets, like real shit. I'm sorry to say it. Like, it's not to make anybody feel no type of way on what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, yeah, it does benefit in a way. I agree with them, but it doesn't benefit us the way they want it to benefit us. It doesn't. I feel as though they're using this to go a little overboard. They got an agenda with that. That's my opinion. That's allegedly. And listen, like I said, I have no rights reserved on this video. Anything that a Shorty says is her opinion and does not reflect on the members of the Writers for Life podcast, or anybody else that, that joins the Writers for Life podcast. This is my opinion, and it is allegedly. This is what I think. This is what I feel, and can't nobody change that. Like, this artificial intelligence shit is not going to work the way they want it to work. So I don't know why they're still trying, why they keep trying. Yeah, I got a child that's homeschooled, Miss April Showers. I haven't been able to get my daughter in because I've been dealing with a lot. Trust me, I've been dealing with so much. So it's kind of like, what do I do? I'm still stuck between the decision. So I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work with me working a couple jobs, me trying to start my business, me trying to keep them fed, lights on and everything. So I'm going to figure it out one way or another. But like I said, I tell everybody, I prefer homeschool. I like it. I really do. My son doesn't like being homeschooled, but I think it's the best. But not all kids are going to like being homeschooled. I was homeschooled when I returned to the UK in 2016. Okay, you still home? No, you're in college now. You're in college. I keep forgetting, young Riaz. Homeschool is not really bad. It will, Miss April. Thank you so much. But getting back on topic, like this shit is all crazy. I feel as though we need to take action because if we don't take action, the agenda they have is, listen, they already taken over this. Listen, I'm not sure if this is the video because I think we're getting to the part. Yeah, we're already past the part where I paused. So this is not the video. I think it was on the other video where the lady talks about the sex trafficking and listen, we're already going through it. Our kids are already suffering because of this. Like, there shouldn't be all the stuff that's happening on social media, that's happening online, shouldn't be happening. And like she said a minute ago, social media was not intended for this. If y'all go do your research, when they came up with social media, it was intended for people to learn and do their research. Two, it was for people to communicate with each other. in reality. It was to be positive, but people are putting their own agendas when it comes to this online social media, when it comes to the web. And the dark web has been there for those of y'all that be like, oh, that don't exist. The dark web's been there. They got movies about this. You know what's crazy? People will mimic the shit they'll see on a movie or on a song, but they will not comprehend the message that's being said on a movie or a song. That shit really fucks me up in the head. I'm gonna be very honest. But let's get back on topic and listen to what they're saying.
Because of the auto industry, because of the healthcare industry and the healthcare technology industry that is headquartered in Nashville. And of course, predictive diagnosis, disease analysis, research, pharmaceutical research benefits tremendously from AI. And then you look at the entertainment industry and the voice cloning, and you look at what our entertainers, our songwriters, our artists, our authors, our publishers, our TV actors, our TV producers are facing with AI. And to them, it is an absolute way that they're robbing them of their ability to make a living off of their creative work. So our creative community has a different set of issues. Martina McBride, who is no stranger to country music, went into Spotify, and the playlists are a big thing, building your own playlist. So she was going to build a country music playlist out of Spotify. She had to refresh that 13 times before a song by a female artist came up. 13 times. So you look at the power of AI to shape what people are hearing. And in Nashville, we like to say you can go on Lower Broad, you can go to one of the honky tonks, your band can have a great night, you can be discovered in YouTube, could end up with a record deal. But if you've got these algorithmically AI generated playlist that cut out new artists or females or certain sounds, then you are limiting someone's potential. Just as if you allow AI generated content like on Jukebox, which OpenAI is experimenting with, then you train it on that artist's sound and their songs to imitate them, then you are robbing them of the ability to be compensated. So how do we ensure that that creative community is still going to have a way to make a living without having AI become a way to steal?
Facts. Basically trying to say replacing their jobs. Basically, that's what's going to happen. They're going to take over their jobs because now they're not going to make no revenue at all.
Their creative talents and works.
And what's crazy is if you watch part 2 and part 3 of my lives, you will see that they're not, how can I say it? They can't get charged for doing a copyright. Nothing happens to the robot. What are the consequences though? They still haven't really answered that question.
I think this is a very important issue. I think it also applies to book authors, some of whom are suing OpenAI. And I believe I'm not really an expert on copyright at all, but some of my colleagues are, like Pam Samuelson, for example, and I think she would be a great witness for a future hearing. And I think the view is that the law, as it's written, simply wasn't ready for this kind of thing to be possible.
I'm not sure. They haven't mentioned that. That's a great question, though. I'm trying. We'll see because there's a lot of meetings. I know there's going to be part 7, but I got a couple of podcasts to do before I do a part 7 to this. So I'm trying to get this and the article you got me out there so that people can, have that, have the news. And for those of them that didn't know it, listen, open your eyes up. This is right here on Google. Like, I'm not judging nobody. I gotta say this because people seem to misunderstand people when people say certain things. But a lot of us do got technology in our hands. And you know, it's crazy. I know a lot of people that don't have technology. And they know this by reading. We've gotten so lazy and so comfortable that a lot of us don't do our research. Even Google, you can sit here and talk to Google, Siri, Alexa, any of them, and they'll search up anything that you want them to search up because they're programmed to do that. Crazy, right? Like, I'm not trying to be a smartass. I don't want nobody to ever think of Shorty as being a smartass, but it's only but logic. It's only but logic. And Letitia's right. Can they change the owner of the robot? That's a great question. A real good question. And I wonder if somebody in the meeting is gonna in the trial, because this is actually a trial. That's the crazy part. If somebody in the trial is gonna ask that question, I wish I was there. Why won't they do these trials and these meetings with the civilians, with us, we the people? We're the ones that should really matter. It's like y'all making these decisions just through analytics. But how about the people that don't have social media? You cannot run analytics on their searches because they're not searching shit. They're reading it up at the library. Like, listen, I may sound crazy to a lot of y'all, but I'm hoping that a lot of y'all grasp what I'm trying to say. It's just certain ways I gotta deliver the message through here. Certain ways. I'm tired of getting striked. I gotta wait 3 months to get them strikes over and done with. And then I gotta sit here and fight them bitches. Like, it's not easy fighting these strikes, y'all. And I'm very opinionated. I'm very outspoken. I'm very blunt. That's why I try to hold back sometimes. When y'all see me like pause for 1 second, no, Ray, you cannot say this shit. So think of another way to say it. And that right there is where the situation gets hard. Like, wow, do I have to get ratchet on here? That's the crazy part. Because you have to speak in a way to deliver the message where people understand without saying something that will get you striked here on YouTube. That's the messed up part. Real shit.
So if by accident the system produces a song that has the same melody, then it's going to fall under existing law that you're basically plagiarizing, and there have been cases of human plagiarism that have succeeded.
We've explored the fair use issue in this committee, and we'll continue to do so. And my time has expired. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator.
Facts. That's why I keep telling y'all to understand part 6. I mean, is we in part 6? Yeah, we're in part 6. Part 6 of my life, my bad. I'm getting them all, Part 6 of my life, you have to go watch part 2, part 3, and part 4. Part 1 of my live is just basically explaining the chat GCP, whatever they call that, John. I mix it up. I say it wrong, so don't judge it short. But that's what part 1 of my live was. Kind of explains the chat, people talking and explaining. So I gave a little portion. I got to upload the links to that, John. But I'm hoping everybody grasps what I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to do it in a way where I won't get striked.
Blackburn. We'll begin a second round of questions, and I want to begin with one of the points that Senator Blackburn was making about private rights of action, which I think Senator Hawley and I have discussed incorporating in legislation. In many instances, let's be very blunt, agencies become captive of the industries they're supposed to regulate. And this one is too important to allow it to become captive. And one very good check on the captivity of federal entities, agencies, or off.
Did you hear about the Hollywood writers? I think they're striking. Something about how to check on it. I know I heard about it, but I haven't really checked out the details. But I know there's a lot of writers going on strike because of I forgot what it was, but I know I got to check on it. I was listening to somebody speak on it on a podcast the other day, and I was supposed to do my research, but I haven't. I just got so much, but I'm doing it. Writers, we were protesting at school board meeting. People didn't want to get their hands dirty, basically not choose any side. Now they see the agenda. Listen, I'm gonna be very honest. I've been there when it comes to fighting the school. And I haven't gone to the school board all the way. I've actually been to the meetings that they have on the sides, because the reason why I won't go to the school board meeting, I want to be backed up. That's why I got the petition out there for people that are signing it. I want to thank those that have recently signed it. Like, keep sharing, keep signing it, and help a Shorty. I want to go backed up. I want to go back with a crowd. Like, this little piece of paper right here is my head start. And everybody speaking up on it is a head start. I think a lot of us, they need more people. See, when they got these cameras on these buses, you know what happened? They had everybody worldwide. See, a lot of us were asleep when all this was happening. It's crazy as shit, but it's real. A lot of people got together. They got together. They didn't protest. They didn't riot. They united. You see how these truckers out here or how can I say it? These truckers not so long ago, they recently came together and they all did a strike. They stopped working. They didn't protest. They kind of, I would say, boycotted in a way. They all came together and they wasn't working for nobody, and they made a change. But you want to know why that happened? Hold on one second. You know why that happened? Because everybody came together. That's how they also managed to put these cameras in these buses. That's why it's so hard for me to do it, because I'm not really backed up. I'm one woman fighting this war alone. I've only had a few people stand up and back out. So many people scared of the school system, and I really don't know why. Because if we come together, we could actually do something. Like, I don't understand people. Like, y'all scared for what? Let's keep listening to this, and then let me attend who's at the door real quick, and I got y'all. Give me 1 second.
Offices is in fact private rights of action. So I would hope that you would endorse that idea. I recognize you're not lawyers, you don't, you're not in the business of litigating, but I'm hoping that you would support that idea. I see nodding heads for the record. Let me turn to also to recap the very important comments that you all have made about elections, to take action against deep fakes, against impersonation, whether it's by labeling or watermarks, some kind of disclosure without censorship. We don't want.
All right, let me pause it there. I rewinded to get back a couple seconds. But yeah, Miss April Showers is right. And you know what's crazy? Jennifer Lewis said it before. Like, if we don't take away their funds, they're going to take away our sons. And we keep giving them funds so they can keep taking away our sons. So it's us. We're the problem. We can't get a lot of things accomplished. We can't get a lot of bills and laws changed because we're too divided. And you know what's crazy? More women than men are divided. And we should all, doesn't matter the color of our skin. Do y'all know that we're one human race? One human race, different shades. And that's the messed up part about it. I'm trying to figure out, when in the world is y'all going to wake the fuck up? Y'all really waiting for Morpheus to come around and give y'all the little red pill or the little red blue pill to put y'all to sleep and wake y'all up? He came around the first time and y'all ignored the shit out of him. Like, I'm sorry to say it like that, and I'm going to keep saying it like that, because y'all really stuck in the matrix. Y'all really are. And y'all putting down the people that are fucking woke. The ones that are trying to help. The ones that are trying to pass these laws and these changes so that our kids can have a different, better future. And y'all, it's crazy. Sophia Store's vision, we're living it right now. Terminator, Matrix, we're living it right now. Go to the meeting. Make your voice be heard. You might have to be the leader, and then you'll be surprised how many people will support you. Need the media attention locally or national? I ain't think about it like that. I just, like, everybody's being lazy. Like, what's the point of going to somewhere big when it took me a minute to open up in front? Like, I actually spoke to the representative with Boyle. Boyle is the senator of Philadelphia. So I spoke to his representative. Patrick something. I can't pronounce his last name, but I have a video up on YouTube on my main page. I spoke to him. I asked him about the cameras because he was there. So I actually spoke to him in person. Like Boyo is up here, the representative is right below him. So his representative goes talk to him, gives him the idea that I gave him, what I talked to him about, and everything. I posted that on I emailed him maybe 2 weeks later. I haven't gotten no response back. But you know what? I might do it the way Ms. April is saying it. But what's crazy is, what's the point of me fighting alone? Y'all do know I'm also fighting the teachers union, right? So taking it that big step is not that I'm scared. I made my stuff. I got the petition. I fought the school. I went to court and fought them. So I'm not scared. That's not the thing. How many people are willing to make that stand behind the leader? Because see, people fail to realize that the leader is the one taking all the risks. Not the people following. It's the leader that takes the risks. I'm willing to take the risk, right? I know if something happens to me, like I said, somebody else is going to continue. I know that for a fact. People have shown that to me. They don't have to prove nothing else to me. Like, we know we're fighting for our kids. We know. Listen, let me bring it back a notch, because if I really start going in ham, I will get a strike. I've gotten it for the school. Listen, talking about the school, I've gotten it. I've gotten plenty of strikes talking about the school. Trust and believe me. When I first started, I had to learn how to deal with the strikes they were giving me, because I was coming at the school district heavy as shit. And I was getting views. And a lot of people was giving me lashback. It was mostly people working for the system, or like government. I would say teachers. I don't know what the fuck they were, but I did get a lot of lashback for that. But I didn't give up. I had to take a break because people was mixing up so much shit with my personal life, the school, like everything that was going on, because I was doing reaction videos on Hassan Campbell. When I did the reaction videos on Hassan Campbell, when I tell you that my lashback was, I went through hell. I really went through hell, because fighting him, the strikes from him was not easy. Like, that shit is crazy. Yeah, like we have to, like, I feel as though we have to start boycotting. We have to come together. And if we don't boycott, come together, take their funds for a minute, and let them see that without us, there's no government, because we are the people, we're not going to accomplish nothing. And that's how I feel. That's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, because it's kind of like I got tired. I felt like I had to beg. These are not just my kids. They're y'all kids too. We have to come together. I'm fighting by myself. A lady stood up, and she wanted to be anonymous when I did this meeting, and I spoke up. And she wanted to be anonymous because she was stuck in between a nail and a wall. She was a social worker and a teacher. She worked for the system. But the fucked up part about it is, listen, if your child is raped, fuck the system. I'm sorry to say it like that. Not judging her. I can't knock nobody down for how they feel and what they think. But we have to get over that fear. That's what's holding us back. The urban community, whether you're a Black or a Hispanic, and for y'all Hispanics, learn y'all roots before y'all keep talking shit. And I'm tired of the battle of the Hispanics and the Blacks. Us women need to really come together. The real meaning of sisterhood, nobody really even knows it. And the reason why I say it is because us as women, we turn on each other so fast that it's not even a joke. At least the men, they'll fucking fight it out, talk it out, and then later on, listen, they'll figure it out, whether they're going to keep talking or not talking, but they'll leave it at there. Either make up or not make up. All right, bro, that's it. Like, listen, all right, fuck it. Let's leave it there. I won't talk to you. You won't talk to me. Men do it like that. There's some bitch ass niggas out here. Yes, they want to be females. I understand where I know where a lot of people are going to come from with that. But at the end of the day, us females are too divided. We're fighting each other for all the wrong reasons. And a lot of this stuff, 95% of the stuff that us females are divided for is very petty. Get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. But it's the truth. We're divided for the pettiest shit. And we should be together. There's no more queens raising our youth. Then the few that are left are getting picked on and put down and dragged. Why? And if it's not by a woman, it's by a man. And that right there, I can't even make it make sense. Why talk about each other when we should be teaching our young women how to better themselves and prosper in life, how to take care of themselves, how to become young women? We're teaching them how to be ratchet. We're telling them it's okay to go twerk. It's okay to, smack a nigga and try to get away with it. No, it's not. We need to get our priorities on check. Let me get back. Let me check the messages. My bad. The only way to make away their funds is to remove your child from their Okay, let's come up here. The only way to take away their funds is to remove your child from their indoctrination. Okay. I was reading it all messed up. System. They get a bag for each child sitting in those desks, just like they get a bag for each prisoner in jail. Facts. And before y'all even say, "Oh, Letitia tripping," go do y'all research. Listen, I be telling y'all, learn y'all history before y'all end up in a ditch making history. Knowledge is only power when it's put to use. Period. Facts. You got principals fudging their numbers in order to get their school funds. Facts. Where the school funds going to? They say the school systems, but at the end of the day, it's really our prisons. Listen to Michael Jordan. There's a whole interview. He kind of like confessed that shit, then cried. My husband works for the school district. The stories I hear are out disturbing. Facts. Listen, I went face to face with the dean of the school district, and he wanted to make me think like he didn't have no parts of it. You do, because you tell these motherfuckers what the fuck to do. And I'm sorry to say it like that. You tell them what to do. You're telling me that you're the head honcho and you don't know what the hell is going on in your district because it's divided by districts and each person is in charge of one. But you're in charge of the district that is involving my child. Make it make sense. So I believe what Letitia is saying. And trust me, there's some good teachers out there. There's some good principals. But guess what? The bad ones outweigh the good ones. That's the messed up part about it. And Miss April is right. A lot of us come together, but it's like, what the fuck? How can we outfight the ones that are already brainwashed? Because the ones that already know what's going on don't want to get the fuck up and they're too scared to fight back. We're not saying let's protest. We're not saying let's riot. We're saying let's boycott. You take away their funds before they take away our sons. Let me see if I got the video right here. Let me pause this right here real quick. I'm gonna have to open it. No, it's on downloads probably because I have to re-upload it on this channel. Let's see. I have to look for the Queen Has Spoken. Here we go.
If we giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad.
All right. Let me get back to the StreamYard and show y'all this video real quick.
Add up the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business. Not because they want to do it, just because they heard it pays. And who the fuck wants to be?
The last time we saw you at a big award show in this town, you made quite a statement about Colin Kaepernick. Now he has settled this lawsuit with NFL. How do you feel about things right now?
Yes, honey, let me tell you something. Law is law. You cannot tell people they cannot have freedom of speech. If you take a knee, look, our ancestors took 2 knees in the cotton field. No knees on the bows of the ship. It'll tell us we can't take 1 knee. Now, this is what I wish had happened. This is if those football players and all those sportsmen and sportswomen, see, if you all take a knee for the next generation, they can't fire you all. See, has anybody not thought of that? That while somebody's singing the anthem, you all go down. on two knees, make a statement. They are the gladiators of our time. If they don't save this nation, who will and who can? See, you take away their fun
Before they
before
take
they
away.
shoot your son.
Mm.
We think we're protected and we live in this bubble. Oh no, baby. Drugs are legal now. Everybody's high. But what's going to happen when somebody?
Let's take it back. Let's take it back.
They're fun. Make a statement. They are the gladiators of our time. If they don't save this nation, who will and who can? See, you take away their fun before they shoot your son. See, we think we're protected and we live in this bubble. Oh no, baby. Drugs are legal now. Everybody's high. But what's going to happen when somebody runs into a truckload of children? Then everybody will calm down. See? So I say to all the NFL, the NBA, with the kind of money you make, you have no reason to be afraid. If you all go down on your knees at the same time, they can't fire you all. And once again,
facts. And nobody understood her when she was saying this. A lot of people were saying that she was taking sides. No, she wasn't. Preach, queen, preach. We need more women like you. Preach.
Take away their fun before they shoot your son.
The queen has spoken. I don't gotta say nothing after that because everything that she has said is nothing but facts. Think outside the box. Everybody always thinks so negative. If we all come together and do what we gotta do the right way, can't none of them do nothing. Listen to what she says. Ain't nothing but wise words coming out her mouth.
If you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business. Not because they want to do it, just because they heard it pays. And who the fuck wants to be?
Facts.